All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
Gals. We got that's one of the risks that we run playing videos, live streaming like we do. It's actually, Kevin, what is this? This is only maybe the second or third time we've ever been completely kicked off like that.
Yeah, I would say it's probably the second time that it's happened, but
it happened at the Covies once, but we weren't actually doing a show, and we've definitely had our stuff silenced after the fact. But to have the live stream shut down, that's a first for us. I think maybe once before.
Yeah, I don't remember it ever happening.
Yeah, so this may be a first.
Now I'm all glitchy. Damn it.
Yeah, that's okay. That brings up a good point though, or good topic, being since we got a little bit of time to fill now tonight too. I'm going to put the ticker back up there. We play these videos for two reasons. Number one, to show our audience, expose them hopefully to music that they haven't heard of, whether that's the local musicians that are literally right down the street, the ones that are one state to the left or to the right, or even some of the ones that we're finding across the USA, right? Now, and we just played one on the Grudge match tonight that wasn't even in the USA. We're trying to bring you new rock. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to also, number two, promote the bands, right? Promote those bands. And hopefully we can build a big enough platform on our end to where it really does help these guys out, launch them, promote them, whatever you want to call it, to make it worth their while to be on our show. Currently, there is no way for us to get permission to play videos live streamed on any of the platforms, be it YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, any of it. We've had notifications that we weren't supposed to play a video while we had the band on the show that we were playing the video of, right? So that we know of, there's no process to get approval. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing on our end until I guess we get some major strikes from Facebook, right, Kevin? I mean, I wish there was a process where we could sign up for a license or something, get some type of submission from the artist that would allow us to play this stuff, because we're definitely not making money on it. I can tell you that.
No.
we spend money to do this, a lot of money to do this, through equipment and gear, and that's fine. We're good with that because we enjoy it. But anyway,
perfect example, that band that we've just played, we think the one that got us booted, they've agreed to be on the show. They want us help. They want our help promoting their stuff, and then you get shit like that. So
John, sorry, Kevin. Sorry.
Go ahead. I was like, it happens.
Yeah, it happens. John, we appreciate the comment, man. Nick said maybe it was the guys that we couldn't understand that got us kicked. I don't know. It was I saw the record label that booted us, but
Universal Music Group. I'll go ahead and say it.
I forgot. I wasn't trying to protect them, but yeah.
Universal Music Group. They were the ones that booted us last time, and the last time it happened, it was at the guitar contest.
Okay, you're right. You're right for that, and it was a Christian band, Kevin. Yeah.
So
maybe Jesus hates live streaming.
Yes, maybe.
I don't know. If he does, he needs to let me know. I don't want to do anything wrong. Phil says, all good. OBS sucks. Actually, Phil, it wasn't OBS. It was actually Facebook that said that slapped us on the wrist. So it wasn't OBS. Joe says, we back live. That's right, Joe. And hey, look, Kevin, we're pretty much right back up to the number that we had. Yep. We're about 25 people viewing. So, hey, big shout out to all of y'all for jumping back on the stream, man. We appreciate that.
Let me ask you another question real quick.
Yeah.
Did you get the video prepared for Silent Trust out of our email?
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah. Okay. I know.
They sent it to us.
It's in our email account.
Yeah.
I can do that. What do I have to do? Do I have to play it native from my computer?
Yeah. You'll probably just have to play it from you could probably play it from the laptop.
Good. Okay, good. Because I was just fixing to tell you that I couldn't do it that way, but you're right. Boy, you're like a little tech wizard when you want to be, right?
I try. And look, it's a funny story about this whole tech wizard thing.
Yeah, go ahead, tell him.
He's the tech guy. I'm not the tech guy. And somebody he asked me, he's like, how's Shelly going from all these different places today to one stream? And I went, she just sent the link out, and who's ever the bar is, using the link and shooting it into her, and she's able to go to different places. And he's like, oh, great. Good job giving her that idea, you asshole. We could have been doing that. But so now we learn. So, yeah. Thank you, Bert. Charles says, keep on rolling. And Joe Franklin says it's all about supporting local music. Thank you guys. And like I said, we're going to have Silent Trust on here in a few minutes. We're getting their video ready. We got booted, so we had to restart the live. PColaPodcasters is going to be joining us from Pensacola as well. Unfortunately, Paul from Saliva is ill and will not be joining us on this episode, but he will be joining us on a future episode, hopefully the next one, which should be December 27th. But while we're talking about the local music, we've got this really cool idea that we want to do, and we've got the venue now and the place we're going to do it at. And did we could tease did we want to do the Saliva concert?
You said you were going to do it, but then I don't know what happened and we didn't do it. Let's start there. You're giving away all our secrets tonight, so go ahead. Okay. Start with the Saliva concert. That's a good one.
So let me share the screen,
because we haven't had a good live show in a while around anywhere that I'm aware.
Right. So let me share that right there. All right. So you can pop it up. So this is going to be happening in Hattiesburg, April 24th. I don't know if I can make it. I think it's already full screen as it can get. April 24th at the Forest County Multi-Purpose Center. Now, this is part of 3 nights. This is just the Saturday night part of it. And Saliva is going to be live with Framing Hanley, Sons of Texas, Flaw, Jay Jones, and Finger Trick. Talk about a kick-ass show. And it's going to be happening April 24th. We're going to be up there. We're working on being able to stream from backstage with all the bands and chilling and all that kind of stuff. And they've asked us to be the host of the show as well. So we're going to be up there introducing the bands. And that was the whole point of having Paul on part of the show tonight, was to be able to talk about this and all that kind of stuff. But this is happening in Hattiesburg, April 24th. This is the Saturday night, I believe. I'd have to look at the calendar, but I believe it's the Saturday. It's either the Friday or maybe, I don't know. I have to look at the calendar. But the Thursday night of that is, I can actually go.
I'm pulling it up. April 24th is a Saturday night.
All right. So the Thursday night kicks it all off with the Yin Yang Twins and Choppa. So that'll be the Thursday night. And you said, yeah. So, and the Friday night, which I don't have the poster for, he hadn't sent it to me, or he has sent it to me, I just don't have it in this file, is a country night. And it's going to be Tracy Lawrence headlining that night out there. And that goes along. These are the same guys that are producing this concert, which is going to be at the Harrison County Fairgrounds on April 8th, 9th, and 10th of 2021, with the Kentucky Headhunters one night with Confederate Railroad. Then you're going to have Juvenile and Choppa on another night out there. And I think the other night is Uncle Cracker. So these guys are doing some big things, bringing some big shows along to the Gulf Coast area. And they're going to let us be a part of the whole Saliva night. So I'm pretty stoked about having that one.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. We got the comments rolling in. Charles, what's up, brother? Says he will be there. That's killer. I hope I'm assuming he's talking about the show.
Yeah, he said he's seen it already. I mean, Charles, you're more in the loop than we probably are, but yeah, it's
Marlowe's having a special kind of party, apparently.
Party in my pants, man.
And Nick's in for Tracy Lawrence. Yeah, she's the shit.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun time, and like I said, we get to host the Saturday night show with Flaw, ladies and gentlemen. Sons of
Kevin, jog my memory on Framing Hanley, please.
Lollipop. They did the cover of Lollipop. They've done a few more things, but yeah. And they're in part with the same management group that has Shallow Side that we play a lot of, and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, it'll be.
I was confusing them with the local band though. I knew something didn't feel right. I wasn't sure. So
Framing Hanley had that cover of
Lil Wayne.
Yep, of Lollipop.
All right. So, did you send the link to Silent Trust?
Yeah, they should be in.
Nope, don't see them.
All right, let me Let me get on over here, Mike.
Mike was talking a second ago. Mike, if you're listening, brother, y'all jump in.
All right. I will tell them to go ahead and jump in.
Charles is saying he has a show scheduled in April with a band who has the initials KDH. I'm going to put that out here to the Internet Brain Trust. Who can tell me what KDH is? This isn't a trick question. I don't know the answer to that. John Villers, what's up, brother? Thanks for the comment, man. Hope you're doing well.
He's got his birthday party coming up.
Yep.
We need to talk about that one as well. I mean, there's some shows happening. And
Tony Byrne says 20% off all merch at TonyByrne.com. Go check Tony out. Tony, I saw your warm-up video, brother. I saw your warm-up video. That was killer.
It's Christmas season, man, and that's the way it goes. Bands sell merch, and that's the easiest way for them to make money.
That's right.
Because Spotify pays them, but it's somebody who's in a band. Correct me, isn't it like 0.001 or 0.003 for every spin?
It's ridiculous. Like even the top tier people, like Taylor Swift's. She got like. It's not really a good example because she made like a couple $1 million, but when you view it compared to what her streams are, it's still like you're saying, it's like 0.0000 of a penny. If you're a up and coming artist, you're not making anything off of it. You're pretty much just trading for exposure and distribution. The fact that anybody can pull your material up anywhere in the world. But like Kevin, the point he's making, you probably noticed concert tickets are a lot more expensive than they used to be, right? Remember, Kevin, when you go to a concert for $20? I do.
Oh no, I do.
Yeah.
Now it's even hard to find a club show.
Correct. That's hard to do. But that's because artists don't make money off of the recording anymore. And it is what it is. Technology has done what it's done. But if you want to support, go out and see them live. And if you can't do that, or in addition to that, buy their shirt, buy their hat, buy their whatever, and show some support. Looks like we got Silent Trust here in the waiting room. We're going to bring them in here. We got a lot to talk about with these guys. They've made some heavy moves here. Mitchell Gruich, real quick before we do that, says 1,000 streams equals $3. That sounds high to me. I hope you're right though, but that sounds high to me. But I think he seems like he's a very astute young gentleman.
Yes, if anybody knows, it would be Mitchell Gruich. So
that's right. Okay, let's bring Silent Trust in and talk to these guys and see what's up, man. Fellas,
hey,
how are we doing?
What's up?
We're gonna need a little energy out of y'all guys. What's up? How y'all doing?
Good. Yeah, we're good, man.
Hell yeah. Go ahead, Kevin. You take the lead.
Go ahead, Jared.
No. My internet's glitching again. Go ahead.
Okay, so we got Silent Trust here. They've got a new single that just came out this past Friday, and they've been on this kind of media circuit. They were on with Phil and Mitchell on the Croncast. Friday night?
Correct.
Yeah. You guys got some all request lunch airplay on 97.9 WCPR Friday. You guys are joining us now. So tell me how this whole whirlwind of the weekend has been for you.
It's been pretty exciting for me, especially. I know for them as well. It's been pretty much a leap and a lot of messages from so many people.
Well, it's got to feel good. I mean, I know you guys have been working on trying to do this for a while, and finally to have it out and have a new single and pushing hard, and you've got people behind you guys. I know it's got to feel good for you guys.
It really does, man. It's one of those things, like we've worked on this since 2008, whenever the band first formed, and to get to here now, pretty exciting. Even with COVID and everything, we're still gonna truck on through.
So tell me how did it start? How did Jason Radford find you guys, and how did you get into the record label and into the management group, and how did that all? Where did he discover you guys, or was it something he reached out, or you reached out, or how did that work?
Man, we were trying to just get some advice from him. You know, Jason was with One Side Zero and the Bloom, and fans of both bands, and I was just simply reaching out to him for some advice about how to help us along the way. And he ended up getting the music that we recorded in the past, and him and his business partner really liked it. So they listened with them as our management and our label as well. And you know, we've been working on this since last year with them, but we announced it around February that we were with them. And come August, we went up to Cleveland, Ohio to record with Jim Wirt, which that was an experience all its own.
Oh, I bet. So, so just for people who don't know, tell us some of the stuff outside of you guys that Jim has done.
He's done bands like Hoobastank, Incubus, One Side Zero, Jimmy's Chicken Shack, just you name it. Like his list of production is amazing. But to be able to go into the studio and see the platinum records on the wall right outside of the control room, that was like, we're here. This is pretty cool to be able to have this opportunity to work with this man, and ended up being one of the greatest experiences of our lives, man, because he taught us a lot in that short amount of time that we were in the studio with him.
That's awesome. So tell me real quick, I know you were talking about it with Phil and Mitchell the other night, and hearing your song on WCPR during the All Request Lunch, how was that all four of you? What was your take on it?
Hearing it, pride for me. I was happy.
Mike, don't be shy back there. Uh-oh.
It's not really Mike. It's just a statue of Mike.
I got you.
Grew up with. And to be able to hear your song on the radio and have so many people reach out to you after they heard it, they were surprised. And I was just like, man, this is an awesome feeling.
Let me interject. Andy cried.
He cried.
It's not a bad thing.
With that, dude.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with a little emotion. I can tell you that. So I went through it earlier today when the Eagles beat the Saints. I had a little bit of emotion going on.
Yeah, man. I mean,
go ahead, Jared.
You spend a lot of time like you said, y'all been at it since 2008, right? Grinding it out, just playing shows, doing stuff. And then you get this, you know, it's this confirmation that somebody outside of the band is buying in and feeling and down with what you're doing. That is a pretty great feeling, man. What I want to know is, and you kind of touched on it a little bit already, y'all have obviously recorded music before, right? That's how your management label heard it and then wanted to work with you guys. What was the difference between the recordings that you've done previously and the most recent one that you've done, both with working with the producer that you worked with, but then also where you're at now musically as a band?
Man, from working with Jim Wirt, ever since then, the band has gotten so much tighter performance-wise because of the stuff that he taught us in the studio. It's like something clicked, and we are that much more tighter live, and it feels a million times better than before for some reason. I'm guessing it's because he put a lot more confidence in us than what we've had before.
I think, did you notice that when you have a producer like that, and I've never worked with a guy at his, you know, at his level, but the times that I have been in the studio, when they put that like the microscope on what you're doing and force all of you collectively to listen to the songs that you've written, and you understand what everybody else is doing at that level of attention, right? Because you can hear it on those studio speakers. It's not the muddiness and cloudiness of a practice room, and you can really dive deep into your songs and kind of dissect them like with a surgeon scalpel, right? You get a better understanding of even your own music. And then, like you say, when you take that to the practice room or out live, you have this whole total different understanding of what your songs are.
Yeah, man. Jim, for us, man, he was like a mad scientist, literally hunched over at his desk. And like at first, it was kind of weird to have to change some stuff, but the man knows what he's doing. And he's like, change this. And it was so weird at first, but the changes ended up being so much better. Like musically, it's some of it was basic, like taking some of the lyrics out of the songs. Don't make the lyrics too long. And at first I was kind of confused by it, but now everything just flows so much better performance wise, and it's a good feeling.
Even drum parts, we took some of the stuff out of the verses to make it a little more simple. That way when the chorus came, it'd be that much bigger.
That's right. Less is more sometimes.
I was just going to say less is more.
That's right. I know one other thing that I wanted to ask you guys, and it's kind of a theme that we've had on the show during all this COVID shit, is like, in your situation is a little bit different, kind of signing the deal with the management agency and then recording at the level that y'all just did during all of this. What is y'all's game plan now, right? Because if this was a year ago, right, it would be obvious, right? Hit the streets, start playing shows, start touring as hard as you can, roll out the single, try to follow the momentum from that. Y'all's situation is slightly different, right? Like, what have you analyzed it in that way, and what's your plan?
Our label, Auspicious Recordings, we keep hearing May is possible to start touring out to promote the album. We're hearing maybe a festival run, a club run or something like that over the summer. That's what we're hoping for. Until then, we're going to try to play around the region as much as allowed before everything gets shut down again to push the single.
Hush your mouth.
It's been weird to release a single like this and be on a label during the COVID era, because it's kind of like the brakes are locked up on you and you can't really go anywhere to promote anything. So you're going to play streaming concerts. You're going to try to do as much press as possible to keep on going, keep pushing on your social medias, try to go out and meet the people in public, just to keep trying to push the product.
And kudos to you guys for understanding that. Like you said, do as much press as possible. Y'all did Croncast last night. We appreciate y'all doing us tonight as well. Jumping on podcasts, taking advantage of the live streaming. Like you said, I mean, that's what new bands or new artists have to do, definitely during COVID. And then moving forward, I still think it's going to be a tool that you're going to need to keep in your belt. And I say that if we have some young musicians out there who are either just starting a band or looking to start a band, like, take that advice, man, and utilize that. The younger kids already know how to use cell phones and technology anyway. So I might be like the old grandpa trying to tell them what to do, but
man, you should have seen us in here trying to set all this up.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're a bunch of boomers, man.
That's right. And there's probably some 13-year-olds who could just be like, bang, 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 bang. And like, do you want a game too while you're doing this? We just talk to do it, But anyway, so we're trying.
I know one thing that you guys are wanting to promote is behind you, hanging back there. If you guys want to flash those shirts, talking about band merch, there they are. Be careful.
Yeah, these are a limited edition, man. We have 36 of each design, and let me
throw y'all up on the big
selling
screen.
out like crazy, man.
Very nice, and I know
single lyrics.
Oh, nice, very nice. I saw Phil wearing those the other night, and
extra
the strong word.
He distorted them so much he couldn't read some of it. So him and his pecs. But let me ask you, and I heard Mike promoting it. So who did the shirts for you guys?
Jack at Fresh Baked Tees.
He does a lot.
Where is that at? I've heard that.
He's based out of Texas.
They're out of Texas. They also did our backdrop, our scrims.
Oh, nice. I think he did. I think he did Riding with Killers shirts.
Just recently, he did those as well.
Yeah. So, and I think 12 Stones
and Scars Hill
the new. Yeah. So that a lot of stuff going on. There's some comments rolling in. Tony Burns says, "Congrats to Silent Trust for your hard-earned success."
Thanks, Tony.
And then John Villers, congratulations, y'all. So proud of y'all.
Thanks, John. Get better soon, man. I know you're in the hospital right now.
Yeah, get well soon, man, and we're definitely looking forward to your birthday party. And then Nick Crocker down there, South Mississippi, wants the live show. I'll stay 6 feet-ish from the assholes next to me.
You got to message the sound.
Yeah, message the sound.
Nick's on it tonight.
We'll come out and play a show with you guys, man. We're ready.
Yeah,
I do, Kevin. I do think that I know I did. I figured out who the band that Charles is referring to.
Oh no, I figured it out too when he threw out.
Well, I didn't Google it though. I saw his comment right here. The former bass player was with Pantera.
When he said KDH, that was the first band that popped into my head. And then when he threw in the former bass player of Pantera, I was like, yes.
Kill Devil Hill. If you've never heard of Kill Devil Hill, you need to go check them out because they have some kick ass stuff, man.
So Charles, I would assume that Charles is up in Jackson, so I'm assuming that show is going to be in Jackson. But one thing we did miss, Nathaniel put in there, we're talking about merch and all that kind of stuff. 20% off $25 purchase at Knife Party Threads, which is kpt228.com, and just apply the coupon SpookSember until Christmas. So there's another place you can get some last minute Christmas gifts. You can also go to this website, thesound228.com. There's some shirts on there you can buy too that for last minute Christmas as well. So guys, we're getting ready to play the video. So tell me a little bit about the song, My Enemy, what it's about, and what it means to each one of you, as far as yourselves and what it means.
It's about helping somebody out and they completely shit on you and make your life hell for helping them out. And you reach a breaking point where you just want to like set your own house on fire and just walk away from it. That's what I pretty much wrote it about. Funny story is I didn't want to do it in the studio. I got pissed and I left out of the recording booth, and I rewrote the song the night before we left Ohio and recorded it the day that we left Ohio.
So why didn't you want to record it?
I just wasn't feeling it at the time, but it took Jim Wirt kind of coming into the room with me, muting the microphones and having a talk with me, and I'll never forget what he told me, and that stays between me and him. But like he said, he felt like it was going to be the single from the get-go.
So you had the music, and you didn't have lyrics, or you had lyrics that you didn't like?
I had lyrics that I didn't like, and every time I would do a take, I would just get more and more frustrated, and I got pissed because those last few days in the studio, I was in there singing for 16 hours a day.
Right.
Like that was killing me, and I was just tired. I was aggravated. I was pissed off at the world. But he came in there and gave me a pep talk, and he's like, dude, this is the single.
So you rewrote them the night before.
Yeah.
You go in the next day, the last day that you're in Ohio, with the new lyrics, finish it out, and this is what we're about to hear.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Correct.
All right. Well, I feel like that's about as good of an intro as we're going to get, right?
All right. So we're going to go ahead and play that, guys. Hang out. We're going to come back to you guys as soon as the video's over with. Hopefully we're not going to get booted for this one. Because you guys
Fingers crossed.
All right, let's roll into it. It's Silent Trust, and you're watching The Sound.
Like The Sound.
my own way. It's always one way. I can't take all this hate you get. But after all, that I can't forgive you. Every time I look in your eyes, I see the hate deep down inside. You have for me after all I've done for you, and I gave you my world. Chose my own way. It's always one way. I can't take all this hate you get. But after all, then I can't forgive you. This is beginning. This is beginning to fall apart. It's a beginning to falling apart. I can't take all this hate you get. After all, then I can't forgive you.
We made it.
Gentlemen,
Haha.
that was amazing. A little bit of glitch there at the beginning. The y'all actually we played that not from YouTube, so when I played it, the volume wasn't up. I caught it on the monitor there, so I just restarted it.
Man, so did
Yeah,
everybody else.
yeah.
Hashtag Jen
Yeah,
fucked up.
that does happen. That does happen.
It's trending again.
Yeah, it's trending again. It probably won't be the last time. So, anyway, yeah, that was badass, man. I'm really digging it. I love the hook. That's impressive that you rewrote it. I mean, did you rewrite just the lyrics or the melody and all that as well the night
The
before?
melody too, the lyrics and the melody.
Really?
Yeah.
That's to
I
me
literally
that's
filled it
scary
up.
because I couldn't imagine being up there in that situation. It's like I'm trashing all this shit and I'm gonna redo it. Did you do it in the hotel the night before? Or did you actually do it in the studio while recording?
I rewrote the lyrics while in the studio, and we went back to our condo that Mr. Radford got for us, and me and Jason stayed up until probably almost 4 o'clock the next morning, hammering it out. It was the whole recording process was every night after we got done at the studio, we'd go back to the condo, and me and Jason would stay up until sometimes 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, hammering out what we were going to do the next day.
What time did y'all start recording in the morning?
Sometimes we would leave to go there. We'd start about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning and get done about 9 o'clock at night.
Damn it. We got the comments flowing in. A lot of metal horns flying. Joe's throwing them. Adam's throwing them up. Same thing. John says that's killer. I mean, it's lighting up, man. First time hearing this band. Love it from Jennifer. So I don't know, guys. It sounds to me like it's
Share it with your friends.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What better segue than to say, guys, if people are just hearing about you for the first time, where do they need to go and how do they need to get in touch with you guys to follow?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I'm pretty sure we're going to be on other social media sites soon. There's no telling.
You could download the song on all major
Yeah,
platforms.
all major platforms. It's the song's on all major platforms.
Is that in all of your tags just at Silent Trust, right? Just look it up.
Well, Silent Trust Band is Facebook.
Yeah,
Okay.
Silent Trust Official is Instagram.
and Real Silent Trust is Twitter.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So wherever you guys are at, whether you're Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're at, check them out. They're on all the platforms. Download the song, stream it, buy some merch if you really want to support. And most importantly, gentlemen, can you tell us when is the next time they can see you live?
Next year.
That's kind of like that's kind of like
Only
a question for
a
you
couple
guys.
weeks away. Only a couple weeks away, though.
There's nothing set in stone yet.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
as soon as anything is known, it'll get posted to our social platforms.
There was a little teaser thrown out on Phil Cron and them about
Oh yeah.
maybe we should try to put another live streaming event together at the Crest building.
Yes.
Hey, we're down.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people were asking that in the comments for Transient and Silent Trust.
Transient sound.
So yeah, transient. Yeah, maybe March. They said they'd be ready. So we got a whole bunch of things going on, but we got another event that we've got coming up in February that I know I definitely want you guys to be a part of, and just a fun night is all it's going to be. So we'll talk about that here in a few minutes, right?
That brings up a good point, though, Kevin, that you mentioned about that they mentioned the live stream on Croncast the other night, and I saw that. One of the things that I took away from that is like Kevin and I do all this stuff and these the live streams or whatever and all the work that goes into it. Sometimes we don't know if we don't hear it in the comment section if people really how much they dig it or if it's if they're enjoying it. It was kick ass to hear Mitchell mention that they dug the live stream and that they felt like it was actually helping out during this COVID bullshit. I know that meant a lot to me, man. And that was like, okay, cool. So let's keep that rolling. And that's something that Kevin and I talked about doing even once live shows go back to normal,
Yeah. Because you're still going to have some of those people that are kind of, well, we don't want to go out and we're kind of worried about our health. At least with a live streaming show, they'll be able to watch from their house or watch from a safe distance and still enjoy the live aspect of a show.
Even if there's no COVID in the equation, I think it's too convenient for people to sit on their couch. Honestly, right?
They don't have to worry about getting a DUI.
Yeah, people have kids, and they can't go out and people like my age, late 30s. I mean, like you want to go out every night and see music, but you just can't. So the live streaming aspect taps into that market. So I think that's something we definitely want to keep going for sure. So, gentlemen, is there anything?
Mitchell says live streams every week. That's a lot of work.
If Mitchell will come join on with us and be a part of the street team and help us carry gear, producer, whatever he wants to do, director, I don't give a shit. If he's down, let us know and we'll do it, man. We'll do it. Gentlemen, is there anything that we didn't touch on, man, that y'all want to get out there? We got a pretty good bit of people watching right now. Is there anything that they need to know about that we haven't touched on?
Thank you to everybody that's been supporting like through the years and been just there for us. And we hopefully, if things keep climbing and going right, we still want to help out our local scene as much as possible. We want to be there for all the bands and all the musicians that we've shared the stage with over the years, and we want to give back to our scene as much as possible.
Awesome.
Killer, man. Well, let us know however we can be a part of it, because that's why we're here doing what we're doing. It's the same reason, man. We want to build this scene back up, especially when COVID ends. We want to, have a place where people can go and throw down. So, and not only do this online.
Definitely so.
Awesome. All right, gentlemen, y'all have a great night, man. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
See ya.
Zoltan.
Y'all
have a good night, guys.
Later, guys.
Whew.
All
A
right,
lot of
Kevin.
info.
That was a lot. That was a lot, man. That felt good though. That was a good one. Even though we got booted on the first stream, we
Yeah.
still made it happen. We still got a lot of people here that
And
were able to.
we should have our next guest in there right now that we can pop in.
Yes, they have been patiently waiting. So let's throw them in here without further ado. Kevin, again, I'm gonna let you take this one over because you've already hung out in live stream with these people.
Oh, yes. So this is Nick and Crystal. They are PColaPodcasters here in Pensacola. How are you guys tonight?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. Well, I mean, we got booted for the first part of the show, but hey, it happens. So, but
Okay.
I had the pleasure of being on y'all's last episode with our friends from Bangarang Peter, and I definitely wanted to return the favor and have you guys on here so we could talk about what you guys are doing here in Pensacola. We're probably only a few miles apart right now, but I want to. You guys are doing basically the same thing that we're doing, except doing it in the Pensacola market, in the Panhandle of Florida. So tell us a little bit about PColaPodcasters.
Okay, so PColaPodcasters was something we thought of like about a year ago, really.
Yeah,
We were like, you know,
but we lazy, so
and it took a while to get all of the pieces and parts and, you know, really get the courage to just go ahead and jump in both feet, you know, and quarantine happened and it seemed like the perfect time to just jump on it, I guess.
No, absolutely. I mean, and I talked about it when I was with you guys. You see what Jared and I are doing here. We're used to being sitting next to each other in a studio, the band's in front of us playing live, but due to COVID and quarantine and all that kind of crap, this is what we're doing right now. And thank God it's working, because if it wasn't working, who knows where the sound would be at right now.
Yeah.
That's right.
If people wanted to find PColaPodcasters, tell us where they can find you guys at.
Well, right now you can definitely check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to configure another channel for, you know, some audio stuff. Cola Underground will be that. That's going to feature some music and different hosts and a way to incorporate more people that are interested in podcasting and what we're doing.
some people don't want to watch video and they just want audio. So we're going to give them a whole new taste of
Different
what
options.
we can offer.
So the
Kind of
Picola
like on your app.
the PColaPodcasters part of it, if somebody wanted to hear just the audio, where would they go to for that?
Right now,
Well, right now, we're actually in between podcast servers. I'm exploring different options when it comes to the audio. But in about a couple days, it should be up.
yeah,
and
we're
it'll
gonna
have
be
the
on-
original dates of everything from when we recorded it.
We're gonna backlog it, but we were on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and those types of things.
Anchor.
So we used Anchor and we did all that. So we're just trying to.
Oh yeah, but did you use Anchor to start with?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so it's hard to transition over from Anchor because the RSS feed is different, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, how
And
are we gonna explain this?
Yeah, well, I did a lot of reading beforehand before we jumped into all this, and that was the kicker that I came up with. They talk about ease of use, and it is easy to start with Anchor, but if you try to move, it's screwed up. You're lucky if you recorded all your stuff natively and downloaded all those files that you can actually make the transfer. So, just a quick tidbit: Podbean is the one that we use. There's like $100 a year, very affordable. They work really well. There's other services like Libsyn, and I think Stitcher is even a host. But yeah, that you won't have to deal with that in the future if you don't use Anchor.
Yeah, that was kind of what we ran into. So
Luckily, I record everything video and audio at the same time, and I edit it separately.
Correct.
So none of it we recorded from Anchor.
Okay.
So I got it all in my hard drive.
There you go. Well, see, that was a smart move, and that just saved you a ton of heartache. So, I have a couple questions though, because Kevin has already met you guys. So, for the people that are watching, I'd like to ask, like kind of back it up a little bit. Just starting out with first, like, how do you know each other?
That's a loaded question.
We've actually kind of known
Grew up
each
together
other,
in a
since we
way,
were about
in the neighborhood.
13, 14 years old.
Same
Okay.
neighborhood. I lived a couple streets over. I went to school. He was homeschooled, so I knew some of our mutual friends.
I was the annoying kid that didn't say anything really.
So we
that just
never
hung
met.
in the background.
We
chilling.
never met. I was walking down the street. He knew who I was. Apparently had a crush on me, but had no idea until later on. So,
Oh yeah, I didn't have.
That's how me and Jared met too. I had a crush.
Yeah,
on him.
I thought so.
Oh, damn it.
Y'all do have
That's
chemistry.
the best relationship.
Wow.
Right there.
Wow.
But
Okay.
yeah, we ran into each other while his band was playing at DNR Lounge. I went with my friend Kelly, and he came out and introduced himself. And later on, I got a message that said, "Okay, I have a weird question, but did you grow up in this neighborhood?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." And he was all like, "I know who you are."
And she's like, stalker.
Nice.
So yeah, we wanted to do the podcast prior to dating, but now we're together and doing a podcast.
So
that
we
worked
kind of
out.
stuck with each other show wise and personal wise. So
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
musically
that-
even.
That also answered another question. So at least I know one of you are in a band and are a part of the music scene in Pensacola to begin with anyway, correct?
yes,
Right.
Okay. And so the PColaPodcasters, are y'all kind of like what Kevin and I are doing? Are y'all music only focused, or is it all types of art, or how?
It's a variety.
It's a variety. So far, we've talked to some car people. So like we're going to do like a car enthusiast thing. We're going to talk to different businesses and see how we can plug them and incorporate them, and basically just see how the community can help each other out and just make connections.
But the main thing is music, because that's what brought us together.
Yeah, we have an intense love for music.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
I love the local music scene around here and there.
That's awesome. And that's Kevin. You know, Kevin has his own podcast that he does that's for sports focused. I have a separate podcast as well. So we love to promote podcasts just in and of itself, but also, you know, for us, it's definitely music first and music on this podcast and the local music scene. And so that's awesome. We've always wanted to create that little scene here in the Gulf Coast. And now it's great that Kevin's over in Pensacola and has touched base with you guys, because I don't know. I love the network part of it, to where if we can put a band on that we love, that y'all can hear about, either y'all, you know, promote them in Pensacola, or bring them over yourself, or if they're coming through, they stop by your studio as well, and it becomes its own little underground kind of network.
Actually, thanks to y'all, I found one of my new favorite local bands, and that's Plastic Weekend.
Yeah, they
Man.
were awesome. That was thanks to y'all completely.
I love that Black Magic song.
It was great.
Freaking great.
And the music video had me rolling.
I mentioned it on the interview that we did with those guys. That's not really my genre of music, and I freaking love what they're doing. I love
It's
it.
not mine either, but it's like a breath of fresh air when it comes to music.
Especially
right.
in the scene, because it's like a strong, like I love metal music, but it's like a strong rock and metal scene. But then you have this band that is going to be totally eclectic and unique, and a different venue would want them, and that's another connection that can be made. You know,
I just feel like good music is good music is good music. Like no matter really what it is, you know, genre wise, like you said, I'm into the heavier stuff. But when I heard their stuff, and then when I saw the video with the comedy kind of weirdness of it, I was like, these guys are doing it.
They
got
are,
it going
they
on,
are.
man.
Comedy
totally
is my
agree.
thing, so
Those were my questions. So that's all of mine have been answered. I'm totally down and digging the fact that y'all are doing that over there in Pensacola, and we want to just keep collaborating from our end. Hopefully y'all want to do the same thing.
Oh, absolutely. I
just
want
want to
to
spread the love.
absolutely.
Yes.
I was talking to Kevin, and I was like, you know, it'd be really cool if we could, you know, collaborate, and you tell me about some bands I don't know. I tell you about our scene, which he's now down here. And
Yes.
thanks to COVID, he was explaining he hasn't been able to visit too much into the music scene around here. So
Yeah, his original idea, Kevin, right? When you moved over there, he was gonna infiltrate the Pensacola scene like a virus. And maybe that's where the Rona started from. Who knows? I don't know.
It might have. Who knows? But I do want to go back into, and I'm going to use this as a segue into the whole networking thing and make sure that we invite you guys over for this event that we're doing. It's going to be happening in February. So we do the sound, the radio station's the Sound 228, and we're going to, on February 28th, 228 Day, we're going to be at the Juke Joint in Ocean Springs, and a open jam day all day long, starting at around what we decide 3:00. Yeah,
I thought that's what we said. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Open jam at the, bringing in as many of the artists from the 228 area code to celebrate 228 Day and support the local musicians in that area. It's going to be at the Juke Joint, open jam. We're going to be broadcasting, doing a live stream from 5 to 6:30. In between that, playing the radio station, open jam with the 228 musicians. So we just finalized all the deals today as far as where we're going to have it and the times and all of that. So we've still got some stuff to put together, but want to make sure that you guys are invited over that. It's going to be in Ocean Springs, Mississippi on February 28th, which is a Sunday.
Yeah.
If we can make it, we'll be there. I think we can
make that drive.
Yeah, we can make that drive, and we can request for it off right now.
There you go.
Shoot.
Yeah, we got to go. Okay.
So yeah, so that was the big networking announcement that we wanted to announce today. We've been trying to do it since we started the Sound, was just have one of those nights where musicians just come hang out, bring their instruments and just kind of jam for the whole afternoon and hang out and have a good time and enjoy everybody else's music. And if you don't know this person, now you do know that person, and network and meet and put shows together and put tours together and all sorts of stuff. And that's what it's all about.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. That's awesome. I think that it's great that y'all are doing that too. So, and this is another avenue, the podcast, the internet live stream, it's total another avenue. So
Absolutely.
This year has separated us, but at the same time, it's also brought us closer together.
You are absolutely correct in that.
That's right. It's a little bit of a democratization to me of all things, but we're talking music here, so let's just stay there. I mean, used to, right? We had a couple magazines, for that you would get all your information from, but now with technology, there can be tons of smaller, larger podcasts or whatever, like you say, create the network, and bands can promote themselves through that, and that's what they're doing. The guys that we had on just a minute ago, Silent Trust, just signed a record deal, management deal, and all that. New singles out, and they can't go tour. So what are they doing? They're hitting up, the podcast circuit from their living room. So like you said, the coronavirus sucks, but luckily the internet's kind of helping us all out in that regard, right?
Absolutely. And it's a great communication tool. Absolutely.
It's allowed me to get more creative in ways to think about how we're going to do stuff, or how am I going to do music or everything like that. And like I said, it just opened up my creativity.
Yeah, it's a unique way to get out there, and it's something that not everybody's doing still. So that's also exciting as well.
That's right. That's right.
So, all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you joining and hanging out with us for a little bit. And
always a pleasure.
And I'm sure that we will all be chatting again sometime soon and putting something together.
Let's make sure and funnel the people to where they can find you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, Instagram, all of those.
PColaPodcasters.
Yeah.
And that's all one word. I think if I looked at your Facebook page, correct. Is that right? PColaPodcasters, all one word.
Yeah.
All one word. Yes, sir.
Look
Okay.
for an emblem that has a microphone on it. So
Sweet.
There you go. Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
yes.
And we'll be reaching out soon.
All right.
Have a good one, y'all.
See y'all later.
Y'all have a good night.
You
You
too.
That was cool, man.
And it's a good bunch of people.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they use one of the band's jam area to do the podcast. They canceled their podcast tonight to be on with us.
Oh, wow.
So
That's good.
so yeah, look at that. John Viller says he's bringing the turntables to the 228 day at the juke joint.
Nick
I guess
Crockett
that's
has
what we're gonna-
offered up his services
There you
to-
go.
to sing. So
So are we going to call that 228 day at the juke joint?
we absolutely are going to call that 228 day at the juke joint.
All right, real quick, I want to share my screen because we've been a part of this event today that Shelly and the Coast Observer and us have been a part of. And you can see that I want to talk about the people that took part in it today, raising money for Gulf Coast musicians. So earlier today, Michael Ross, thank you very much. He was live streaming from the district on the alley. Then you had Victrolas, and they were at the Blue Merle. And let's see, who else we got here? So this was going on at Shelly's house. Mike Collette, James Gillies, Anderson Dominguez, Chris Huchin. Well, Chris Huchin was at DeBayou. Project 9, James Gillies. Dante was also there from Trigger Proof. And then Chris Huchin was at the DeBayou. And then it was us who were supposed to have Paul on there, and they used the wrong picture for Silent Trust. But hey, there it is. So that was on. And then right now they are live from the juke joint with 3HG, which is their open mic night or their open jam night tonight on Sunday night. So that's going on right now. So you still have your opportunity. I don't think there's anything I'm afraid to click. Oh, there we go. And that was earlier today from the Love Shack in Ocean Springs. And that was all of them that took part in it. And she didn't send me the numbers, but I know earlier it was around 1,300, 1,400. So it's still scrolling on the bottom of the screen. If you want to donate, you can just hit up Venmo and at Coast Observer to donate. And to Crystal from PColaPodcasters just said we wanted to send the attention over to For the Love of the Music event. That's why they didn't do their podcast. So
yes, awesome.
Much love to you guys for being a part of it and showing some love over for the 228 area code.
That's right.
So,
that's right. What a great event, and what a cool way to bring everybody together, even if it is, over the internet. So,
all right, well,
Kevin, I think we had a good one, man. Even though the powers that be tried to keep us down.
Yeah, thank you, the man.
Yeah,
I mean, Mr. Zuckerberg.
Yeah, way to try to stick it to us. What was it? Who was it? What was the
UMG, Universal?
Yeah,
Music Group.
UMG. That's right. We don't need you.
We're just trying to promote your music. I mean, shit.
Right.
That
Right. We ain't making no monies off of it. Anyway, Kevin, do we have a date on the next episode for us?
December 27th.
Okay. And are we
allowed
to say who we have, or do we know who we have?
So right now we're still trying to lock in the guests, but I do know that we will be having a Sound 228 radio roundtable. So it'll be me, you, Erica, who hosts the ladies' night, Brent Kreiner, who hosts In the Pit, DJ Fix is his name on there. And so we're going to chat about the radio station and the first 3 months of the radio station, where we're going, where we've been, and what's up next. So that definitely is happening December 27th. And I have some, I'm waiting on a confirmation on a guest right now for December 27th for the rest of it. So we got a couple feelers out. We're just waiting on a yes or a no. And that way we can move on and do our thing. So,
okay. Yeah. Mitchell Gruich says, why are we trying to take that 0.003 cents away from UMG? Hey, you got to start small, I guess, to conquer for David to beat Goliath. I don't know. Crystal, once again, we appreciate it. Yeah. And looking forward to working with y'all in the future. Joe, throwing the horns again tonight. We appreciate that, brother. You don't understand. It means a lot to us, man. It really does. We flashed this already. Download the Sound 228 radio app. Doesn't matter if you have Android or Apple, either one. You can download it. Listen to it throughout the day. We broadcast 24/7. We mix it up a little bit. We have specialty shows like Kevin mentioned, In the Pit, Brent, DJ Fix. Is that what you said?
yes.
Throwing down some heavy stuff. I do the Power Hour on Saturday nights. It's heavy stuff as well, but it's a little bit different than what Brent's picking out, which has been kind of cool to see the difference there. Kevin does Good Hair Day Saturday nights at 8:00, where he's going flashback to the 80s hair metal. Got You Covered is on Friday nights, if I got that right.
Yep.
And then we've got probably most important to the people listening tonight is Loud and Local.
So Loud and Local is every Monday through Thursday, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And if you pop up my screen real quick, Jared, you can actually go to our website, thesound228.com. There's a radio station tab, and you're seeing it there. It's got everything there. It's got our top 30, our ads for the week, the shows that I've been nice enough to put flyers together for. I still have to do one for the Power Hour stuff.
I was just gonna say there's kind of noticeably one missing, but I'm not gonna call you out live on the internet.
I'll do it. So yeah, the Power Hour is missing. Good Hair Day is missing. The Loud and Local one's missing, which I have Loud and Local. But you can.
You had to throw that jab in there at the end.
It's got. Well, I created that one a long time ago.
Son of a bitch.
But it's got a link in there that you can send your MP3s to. And if you having trouble finding the app for some reason, the links are right there on our website. You can go through the top 20 of the playlist right there. It's Ignite the Fire Echoes, and they've already speaking of that band, they're going to hop on an episode with us in January, I believe. They've agreed to do an episode with us. So a lot of things going on, and you can request songs and all that through the website, through the app. And we're getting a lot of traction on it, and we really appreciate everybody who's downloaded and listening to it and all that kind of stuff. So thank you very much in advance or in past, whichever.
Hit it up on your morning drive or your evening drive or when you're chilling at the house. We think it's a little bit different flavor of what, some of your other options out there. It's our spin on it. And our motto is we are new rock. And that's what we're trying to bring you guys. So Wednesday nights is ladies night, where we play only for what is it, 7 to 8, Kevin? All female fronted.
8 to 9 Wednesday nights, Erica Fox, all female fronted bands.
Yeah. And that has really turned out to be cool. That's another brainchild of Kevin. I'll give him all the credit on that one. And it really is. I've tuned in a couple of times, and it's like, damn, there's a lot of females out there kicking ass and taking names in the rock and harder rock genre of music. So
absolutely,
I'm digging it, man. Check out the app. Last but not least, we probably should do a better job of showing this throughout the show. But if you want to stay in the know, you can text the word "the sound" or the words "the sound" to 228-641-1648. That goes directly to Kevin or myself. We see it and we will respond. It's a direct text message link to us. If you want to stay in the know, that's typically where we're going to put out all of our information. We spilled a lot tonight on this show, and that's okay.
I want you to throw Dustin's comment up there at the bottom. Okay, so he wants to know when Silent Trust hits the playlist for the Sound 228 radio app. Dustin, it hit the Sounds playlist midnight on the 11th. The day you guys released it, it was already playing. Soon as I was able to officially add it, it was in there. So it's been in the rotation since Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 3 days. It's been rolling in on a pretty good rotation. So it's probably playing every 4 hours or something like that right now. So it's there. I promise you, Dustin, it's there. Check it out.
Listen to the app, Dustin. Listen to the app and take a screenshot on your phone when you hear it, brother, and share it.
There you go. I think that's it.
That is it, man. That is it. It's been a great show. We want to thank everybody that's tuned in and also jumped back on on the stream once they shut us down. We appreciate it so much.
And I want to say get well to Paul.
Yeah.
He unfortunately wasn't able to join us. He will be joining us either in the December episode, the 27th, or he'll be joining us in one of the early January episodes to talk about Saliva and his management group and everything.
That's right, man. We appreciate it. Y'all have a great night, and let's keep the local music scene alive. We'll see you on the next one.
228 proud.